So basically, the question is like, how do you approach building a voice? And
Oh, this is a great question.
I often find it's like you've got to like have a starting point, as you mentioned, maybe a particular character, maybe a particular person, and then you build it stage by stage from there. But what's your
Okay.
process for that?
I will elaborate on what you just said, quite literally what you said, but think of it this way. This is the best way that I learned to teach. And like I said, this is stuff is normally things that I charge people for, but this one I'll give you for free. So it's a video game. You're at the very beginning of GTA, right? And you're starting off with a blank slate character to create your custom character, correct? It's just you. You start out, you are the character you start with. So I start every character with myself. This is my natural voice. This is layer one. This is the foundation. And then the next layer would be the pitch. Is it lower or is it higher? And then the next layer would be a physical thing or an accent or whatever. Each one of those is layer. It's just like custom character creation in every video game where you're like, I want to change their eyes to blue. I want to give them a purple mohawk. I want to change their skin color to this. I want to give them this kind of outfit. All of a sudden they look different when they have a mustache or a goatee compared to with no facial. All of a sudden you're literally building this character in your mind from scratch. That's why I call voice actors master builders, because we have this giant box of Legos with every job and every audition we get, and it's our job to put together. And nobody's going to make the exact same thing. And whoever makes the most interesting thing and shows how well they do it and does it in a quick way, that's usually the person that ends up getting the job. So yeah, I feel like that visual representation helps people a lot better understand exactly what it is. It's literally just tacking things on to what you already have. So you always start with yourself and then you build on until you come up with something completely different. And what helps with that a lot of people don't think about is the description. It's not just the voice description. Oh, we need a male 30 to 40, blah, blah, blah. Read the other stuff. Oh, this guy lives on a dry desert planet. Oh, that actually changes everything now, doesn't it? That's not in the voice description. That was in the background bio stuff. All of a sudden, I don't know about you, but if I sucked sand every day, my voice would probably be pretty messed up. I'm just living on this planet for so long. I probably couldn't breathe worth crap. So all of a sudden that adds a thing that you're, oh crap, I didn't even, oh, nice plush, happy voice, and I'm sucking sand and dust all day long. No way that's going to sound like that. So yeah, you have to think about that. And that was another good one. One recently I had where it said the planet's been irradiated. And I was like, oh, so these people are all suffering from radiation sickness. So there should be coughing. There should be other stuff that was not mentioned in the voice description part. And I'm like, oh, so I should be more like, so you got any, all of a sudden that became a whole thing. And it sounds way more believable and realistic if you're on a radiated planet than if you just lived on regular old happy Earth that's only slightly radiated.
It's like reading between the lines, really, like
You
looking at
really
what's
do.
not said.
Because some people just read just the voice description part and go, or they don't even read that. They just go straight to the lines and start doing it. And 90% of the people out there read exactly what's written and don't read all the extra, and they just read it and they don't get the job. Nobody should be shocked because they didn't do anything. You read it out loud first. You just go through the steps. I coach all this stuff. You read it out loud. You go through all the descriptions.